Yeah, it's that time again, the time that we all wait for, because I just tell people how it is, because they've been in situations like mine, because I'm talking about the real deal stuff here, not the stuff that you make up to try and get people to watch you and increase your followers and all that nonsense. It's just a case of saying to people how it is, and I'm going to have to do that, I'm afraid. Right, so, first on the list, right? Now, coming up to Christmas, unfortunately for salsa clubs, we always experience, or at least I've experienced, a drop in numbers. And the reason is because Christmas is coming, people need to save, yeah, especially in this climate. Oh, I'm blooming cold here, right? They need to save and they need to get ready for Christmas to provide for their loved ones, and salsa is usually the last thing on their list, okay? So what we do at Salsa Train is we ask people to pay in advance if they're going to come, because all it is we need to pay rent. So if they're not going to come, that's absolutely fine, but we just need to know so that we don't run. But so far people want to come, so this is great. Now the thing is, because of the drop in numbers, I thought to myself, you know what, I need to redo my CV. Yes, I do, because I basically I'm looking for some data entry work, right? Some stuff that I can do from home remotely. That's going to bring in a little bit of extra cash, not to take over my life, but it's just a little bit here and there to subsidise whatever I'm not making from salsa, basically, right? So, in my ultimate wisdom, I have got a CV, but it was kind of outdated because I haven't actually updated it. That's why it's outdated, hence, okay? So I decided that I would use some of that information and then go on to that website, My Perfect CV. I thought, wicked! Yes, I'm going to go on there. So I went on there and I spent a good hour and a half, 2 hours on this website, right? Taking stuff and then looking to see what I could put it into to make it look all flashy and all that, right? And all I can tell you is after the 2 hours, when I finally got to the end page, then it flags up, you have to pay this much. I thought, what? Why didn't you tell me that at the start? If you told me that I had to pay some money at the start, I might have thought twice, rather than me spend 2 hours here to get to the end and then find that in order to save everything you've just done, you've got to put down a fee. I thought, nah, how can you do that? Who's done that? Come on, be honest. Who has that happened to? I'm telling you, that must have happened to somebody apart from me. But I was just like, nah, that's just ridiculous. Still, what I did is, because I was in a hurry to get out, well, not that much of a hurry, but it was actually, it's more principle than anything else, because it wasn't a large fee, but it's more principle. If they told me, I'd have been prepared. It's the fact that they didn't tell me, and I sat there and did all that nonsense. Well, not nonsense, it's actually fact, right? And then to find that afterwards, I thought, nah, we can't be dealing with that. So I copied everything, using the mouse, of course. I highlighted everything, copied it into my WordPad, and pasted it, and I thought, take that. Anyways, so went off, came back, and then I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know what, let me go back onto my Perfect CV anyway and have a look. And then I looked at the price and I thought, I only need it for the CV and I'm going to save it, and it's like £2.95. I thought, I'm being very stingy here, so maybe I should contribute. So that is what I did. I decided, you know, I thought, do not worry about this, you know what, I'm going to just pay the £2.95 and then download the CV. I've got it for 14 days anyway, and I can amend it, and it's already in the correct format, or the format that I like. So hey ho, that's what I did. So that was my perfect CV, which is obviously not so perfect, and now you know. So if any of you are thinking of doing that, be aware that when you think you've finished and you get to the last page and you get excited for downloading, it ain't that simple. You're gonna have to cough up. Right, okay. Thank you, Mr. Capadia. Yes, I'm gonna have to send it to you now. Yeah, well, Dondon's helping me with it as well, but I'm gonna send my CV out to you and put it elsewhere as well. So that was the first thing, okay? Now, the second thing is to do with, let's say, and in fact, there's a quote about this, but I'm gonna tell you something that, and I'm not gonna harp too much about it, but all I can say is that after Salsa Train on Wednesday, and a small incident happened, which involved me going to A&E on the Thursday morning at 1:45, and I sat there. Now let me explain before I even go into this. Right, it was nothing too bad. Okay, it was to do with my mum. So that was that. But she basically knocked her head a little bit, and The long and the short of it, I'm not ranting about that. What I am ranting about is when I got back to my mum's place where she stays, I decided that after speaking with Don, she goes, you know what, I know, because mum was elderly, she's 84 years old, and the fact that she had a little bit of a bump, ring up 112. But I rang 112 and it said, you have dialed 999. And I thought, hang on a minute, no I haven't, I've dialed 112. So I thought, no, I've definitely dialed, look, it says so on my phone. And every time I did it, it was like 999. I'm like, what is this? So I thought, I'll dial 111. So I dialed 111. And of course, they answered and took the details, as you do, because that's what you do at the other side of the phone, I suppose. And what they told around and said, they've got this link that, I don't know if anyone's tried this, but because I told them, obviously it's my mum and she's had a bit of a fall, they said, alright, can you hold the camera up to my mum? And they did a link, so you click on the link and then they can see what's happened, because her eye was a little bit bruised. No, I didn't punch her. Who said that? No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't that. It was, she had a little bit of a bruise. So that was worrying me. So I said, alright. They go, do you want an ambulance to come, or can you take her down to A&E? And your nearest A&E will be Croydon University Hospital. Of course it will be. And I thought, well, it means I'm going to be sitting there for ages, right? They're like, no, we're going to book it in. Listen to this, we are going to book it in now. You need to just get there for 1:45 a.m. and the doctor will see you within half an hour. And I thought, really? And I thought, well, it is Thursday, so maybe it's not that busy, you know, maybe I don't know. So I went there, of course, at 1:45, saying to my mum, yeah, no, don't worry, we'll be seeing within half an hour, we should be alright, you know how it is, okay. Anyways, got there, registered, told them because there was no one, there was a couple of people at the front desk and there was some people sitting down. There was quite a few people sitting down. You know how it is at Croydon A&E. If you've ever been there to A&E anywhere, I'm sure it's the same, okay? But all I can say is I told the person that was on the desk, and we had a video of what happened, so I showed her, and she goes, okay, yes, take a seat over there. And they were partly right. I had to go to the triage, or whatever that is, and they took a quick look and they said, oh, well, the thing is, because her eye was a little bit bruised, they were concerned about that, so they want to just get the okay from the doctor. So I said, okay, so he goes, go back out to the waiting room. Oh my days. So yes, I went back out to the waiting room and I sat there, and I sat there some more. And then I sat there and you know what, I kept sitting there because I had to keep sitting there because my mum was there, right? And literally I was there till firstly 5 a.m. From 1:45 I was there till 5 a.m. Then I went up to the desk and I said, listen, I said, do we know why we're sitting here? I said, go, you know, can we go? And this is the bit that annoyed me. They said, oh no, you're waiting for the doctor, she's going to be called really soon. You know really soon ain't really soon. You know it's not really soon. But why do you tell people it's really soon? It was like an hour later or more. I think it was about 1 hour 10 minutes later. Couldn't you if she told me from the start, right, that this is not going to, you know, you're going to be sitting here for minimum of 4 hours, I could have taken my mum home. Okay, but they do that to try and keep you there, and it just annoys me. It really annoyed me. Come on, everyone, do you agree with me? Do you not think that just be truthful? If you're not going to see the person in the next 4 hours, tell them, please, so they can do something about it. Okay, let them have the option. If they want to sit there, they can. If they don't want to sit there, then they can go home. But don't just make them sit there in the cold with the cleaning floor machine going in front of you, and then we have to move, and I'm not even going to go into it anymore. But you can tell I'm not happy. Right, okay, so I hope you, yeah, I know. Does anyone care? No, I know exactly what you're saying, Sarah. Yes, no one cares these days. I care, that's who cares, I care. And, well, I try and look after my mum the best I can. But there you have it. Anyways, so that is that. The second thing, not second thing, I just said second thing, third thing, is, and this is more of a quote for more than anything else, right? But, who's heard this? And I saw this the other day somewhere. And it's so true, okay? They say, and people do this, is, especially if you lose someone, is, you know, you think about the past a lot, and sometimes, you know, people go to mediums, etc., because they want to hear from the people of the past, etc. And sometimes, I'm not saying I think they do, but they can make contacts, and then obviously that helps you get on and heal, and etc., etc. All right, but you don't want to live your life looking in the past, because if you live your life looking in the past, you are going to be you're basically jeopardizing your future, if that makes sense. And one way of looking at this, which I saw online, and I thought, that's just such a good metaphor, or good, no, actually it's true. But when you're driving your car, okay, you don't drive your car straight ahead looking in the rear view mirror. Well, I hope not. Right? You don't drive your car looking in the rear view mirror, do you? You look through the windshield. The reason the windshield is so massive is there's a reason for it, and the rear view mirror is so tiny. The idea is you might glance in the past to remind you of what's happened, but you don't drive forward constantly looking in that rear view mirror, because you will crash. Correct? Right, okay, thank you. Anyway, I don't know, I think so. I thought that was quite good. And that's what I'm trying to tell people, especially during Christmas time and things like that. People tend to get very emotional because of what's happened and what's happened over the year and things like that. But ultimately, like I said, is the only way to get past all that is to live for the future and not for the past. Okay, so there you have it. And I saw something that made me laugh the other day, and this is not that funny, but it was I don't know if I'm going to get cussed for saying this, but my mum had she had this calendar thing up on the wall, and Donald was with me, and I sat down and I looked at it, and I thought it was quite amusing, and it wasn't good because if you're in that frame of mind and you read it wrong, it may cause you to do something, because it had something like, what was it? I can't remember what it said now. It said something like come quickly, Jesus is waiting, or something like that. And I was like, you know what, people can take that the wrong way, if you know what I'm talking about here, because it was just sort of, I looked at it and I did laugh, but I shouldn't have laughed, but it was just sort of like, that's the first thing that came to my head, because I thought, nah, are you serious? Anyway, that is my rant for today, or my rants for today. It is 11:13. I'm going to give you the lowdown at 11:30 on what is going on that I know of around London, and also the information on what else is happening with the DJs, etc., in case you don't know. So I hope that's been a little bit more entertaining for you. And don't forget, I am actually recording this live with a video camera. I've got a video camera looking at me in the face right now, and I'm going to put the rant up, this is what I've just told you, as it is, on YouTube, and I'm also going to put it on Facebook just to see what happens. But yes, right, let's go on with the music and be quiet. And if you've got any information, or you want me to rant about something, feel free to tell me. Right, here we go. La la la.